Aren't you embarrassed working as a cleaner at your age? Let me guess, you haven't even graduated from uni, have you?
Before you try and insult me, Kate, do you mind talking about what happened today? I have many people say that you tipped a bucket of dirty water on one of the cleaning staff here. Is that true? Did your superior say that was an okay thing to do? We don't tolerate that type of behavior here.
Why don't you answer my question first, cleaner? How rude is it asking your own question before answering someone else's? What can I expect, though? You don't learn that type of thing unless you go to university.
Okay, have it your way. You're right. I have never gone to university. As you should know, having gone through the recruitment process yourself, this company values the character of a person more than their educational background. I have no idea how you pass the selection process. I never meet people here who discriminate on that basis.
Who are you to talk when you're just some lowly cleaner? Why was I employed, you ask? The answer is simple. I have a very close, personal, and intimate relationship with one of the interviewers. He told me I have good life skills, and I 100% agree with him.
When you say you have a relationship with the manager, does that mean you seduced him in the interview process? I'm very disappointed with what's been going on here.
I wouldn't say that was the first time he was captivated by me. No, I met him at a bar with his other co-workers. Then again, with my charm, I could have passed that interview without knowing him in the first place.
So, is that what you're proud of? Securing yourself a job in this company using unethical and possibly illegal methods? I wouldn't be bragging about that.
Of course I'm proud. He told me he was married. All I did was find his weak point and exploit it. How smart is that? I didn't need to sell myself in an interview like the other losers here.
Losers. The real loser is a person that brags without having any skills themselves.
Think about it. All I did was have a passionate evening with that man. If he even dared to reject me at the recruitment process, he would have to face the wrath of his wife after I tell her what happened. With that in mind, he didn't think twice about not hiring me. Someone should write a book about me. I'm that great.
What? Do you realize what you're doing? That's blackmail. Threatening others to get what you want is not a good trait in people. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Don't be jealous just because I'm young and beautiful. I know you'd love to have life this easy, but you're just an old crow. You had your chance and now you're suffering the consequences. Whoops. Sorry if I'm making you jealous, but I'm only telling the truth.
Looks like you have no moral conscience at all. You might be the first person I met like this. You brag about how smart you are, but blackmail is a crime. If you're gonna do something like this, you shouldn't tell other people.
Hey, Grandma, the world is a cruel place. That's how you move up in it. Everyone's got their own methods and I have mine. If you used your attributes a little bit better, you wouldn't be just some lowly cleaner. From a quick Google search, this company is one of the highest rankings for paying their employees a good salary. Everyone is just clawing their way to get a position here. I wouldn't be the first to do something so unorthodox.
There's nothing wrong with being creative and getting the result you want, but there are things you can do and things you cannot do.
Yes, and I believe this falls under the former category. Think about it. Who loses here? The interviewer had a wonderful time with a young woman, and I was able to enter a great company. It's like everyone is living in a fairy tale. We're all happy.
Okay, so you're basically saying if you didn't use such dirty tactics, you wouldn't have a chance at entering this company.
Well, of course. Have you seen the type of people working here? They're not your average Joe. If I can tell you a little bit about myself, I've been having a lot of trouble with the jobs I've had to do recently. I have no idea what I'm doing.
If that's the case, don't you think you're burdening the rest of the people here? I don't think you'll last long before someone finds out that you aren't able to do anything.
Like I said, I have my ways, you have yours. The men here are so desperate for a cute girl to talk to them. If I give them a little special treatment, they'll do anything for me. On top of that, I still have my secret little relationship with the interviewer. I'm sure I can use him to get what I want. I have it all planned out. My employment here is secure.
This isn't all about you. Work is work. The job needs to get done.
I know you're speaking from a place of jealousy. Maybe you're so emotional that you cannot see the world for the way it is. This is how a woman makes it through. The man has his brawn, the woman has her wit. It makes sense you don't understand. You'd have been doing this cleaning job your whole life. You don't know what it takes to be successful in this world. If you were, you would have realized much earlier.
You really think your way is the right way, don't you? By the way, care to share the name of this interviewer with me?
Why? Oh, I see. You think if I could get in his pants, you could do it as well? Don't get your hopes up. If he liked your type, he would have hit on you ages ago. Well, Miss Cleaner, I expect the place to be spotless tomorrow. If I see even a speck of dirt on the floor, you can expect a bucket of water dropped on top of your head, too.
Looks like I touched a sensitive area when I asked for that man's name. I'll have to approach this situation in the right way. Good morning, Stacy. I'm sorry to intrude this early in the day. I have something I need you to look up for me. There's a new employee by the name of Kate Evans. I'm hoping you can find the person that recruited her.
Certainly, Mrs. Williams. Is there something suspicious about this Kate Evans? Something we may have missed in the recruitment process?
I had a very long conversation with her yesterday. This is the first time I've seen something like this. It seems she's been employed by this company through an illegal method. Using a secret relationship with one of the higher-ups, she's managed to secure herself a position here. Not only that, but from the looks of it, this man is still married.
Huh? We have employees that let that type of thing happen? I expected better of people here. You're right. We have to do something about this. I will look into it for you. You can count on me.
Yes, thank you. Since we're on this topic, you're also married, aren't you, Stacy? Your husband is one of the interviewers here? I hope you can do a good job of finding this man for me. Your husband might know something as well.
Yes, he will be the first person I ask. Come to think of it, I'm seeing a lot of strange things recently. I'd like to think the best of people, but it's safer to assume the worst.
Huh? Do you think he could be the man Kate is talking about? He seemed so sincere and such a devoted husband.
He is for the most part, but lately he's pushing the kids on to me a lot more. It's really unlike him. It's like he's turned into a different person. Whenever I try to talk to him about what's going on, he bites back at me saying he's had enough of everything.
Stacy, if you need to talk about this, my door is always open. You have been more than a loyal secretary to me. You are my friend. You're not just another employee in my eyes. Don't be a stranger.
Miss Williams, I don't know what to say. Thank you, I really appreciate it. From day one, you've always thought about the way I feel. I'm glad to work under you. Anyway, with that out of the way, what is happening with the company holiday? Will you be joining everyone and going overseas?
Yes, of course I will. Traveling with my employees is the best way for them to get close to me. I would like to see them outside the workplace and form bonds with all of them. I would like you to come as well, Stacy. Let me know how you'll get there.
Thank you very much. Actually, if you don't mind, I do have something I need to talk to you about.
Oh? What would that be?
It's about the company holiday. Would it bother you if I was a little bit late? I've had so much on my plate lately. I haven't had the time to visit my parents. I know they miss me. If it's all right with you, I'd like to drop my child off at my parents' place. After that, I'll make my way to the destination as soon as possible.
I see. There's no issue there. Thank you for letting me know. Put your family before the work. I want you to feel like it's okay to neglect work sometimes for something important.
Oh, thank you so much. If that's the case, I'll be coming by car. If there's any changes in the schedule, please let me know. I will keep my phone on.
Yes, of course. We will be stopping at a couple of service stations along the way. If luck is on our side, we might happen across each other. I will contact you if there are any issues.
Thank you, that would be lovely. I'll look into this matter with Kate Evans now.
Thank you, Stacy. Take care.
Well, this is hilarious. What is the old grandma doing here on the company trip? I didn't think they let the cleaners on this type of bus. This is a company holiday, you realize? This bus is only reserved for the sophisticated employees. You ruin the atmosphere with your presence.
Sorry to say, but that is not true, Kate. The president of this company values every employee, including the cleaners. If you look around, there are many cleaners here apart from myself. Consider us on equal terms today.
That's just the president trying to be nice. In reality, I bet they don't want someone of your social standing polluting the air on this bus. Even if you are allowed on here, it's quite imprudent of you, don't you think? I thought my mind was playing tricks on me when I saw you get off the bus. I could have sworn it was a delusion, but after rubbing my eyes and checking again, you were still there.
Yes, I am the real thing. Everyone is so kind to me on this bus. I'm quite enjoying myself. Feel free to come up to me for a friendly chat.
Well, don't get ahead of yourself. Your fun is almost coming to an end. I won't tolerate you being here. You'll have to go home now.
What do you mean? On whose authority?
You have a lot of spark for some pathetic cleaner. I didn't think you'd have the nerve to come here. I'll admit I was a little bit cocky the other day when I told you my little secret. Because of that, I'll need you to stay away from the rest of the staff.
I see. You aren't completely stupid after all.
You understand. You can leave now then. Take a look around. We've left without you. You have no choice but to go home.
Oh, I had a feeling something was off. I've been walking around and couldn't find the bus. Just how did you convince the driver to drive off without me? I'm quite close with him.
Very easily. I told the driver you were in already on the bus and taking a nap. He was more interested in talking with me anyway. He didn't expect a thing. My young beauty has its charm, wouldn't you agree?
I see. It made things a little bit harder for me. I'll admit I'm annoyed about it. It's fine though. You haven't caused me any real problems. You've just delayed me from enjoying this holiday.
Huh, don't act so tough. Do you know how far we are from that service station? I can just imagine you trembling there, not knowing what you should do. You don't even have a way to get home. You should try hitchhiking. It's okay, you're old, so no one will want to kidnap you. Whilst you're stuck in some stranger's car, you should realize that is what you get for speaking above your own stature, cleaner.
Yes, well, my secretary is on her way now in a Mercedes.
What? Is this some delusion you're sharing with me?
I'm telling you that my secretary has been informed of the situation and is en route in one of my cars. Once she arrives, I'll be making my way to the designated hotel without stopping for gas. As for you, I will inform my subordinates to drop you off at the next gas station. From this day on, you are no longer an employee at my company. As you're hitchhiking home, you should realize this is what you get for disrespecting those around you.
Is this a joke? You don't scare me with your little story. As if I would believe a cleaner is gonna have the luxury of driving in a Mercedes.
It's true, especially the part where you're fired. Looking at the way you entered this company, it's more of a rejection of your application. We can't fire someone who entered here for illegal reasons. Whilst we're on this topic, the man you've had a relationship with is also fired.
What? Wait, why? I don't get this. Why would a cleaner be riding in a Mercedes? Just who is this secretary? Why would a cleaner need a secretary?
The pathetic cleaner you keep antagonizing is actually the president of this company. The secretary is not a secretary to a cleaner. She's the secretary to the president. Thanks to good fortune, she's running behind schedule and has time to pick me up. All she has to do is drive en route to the destination and pick me up on the way.
Wait, I still don't get any of this. This has to be a lie. What kind of president works in their own company as a cleaner? That's ridiculous. I've never heard of anything so stupid. Just who are you?
It wouldn't make sense to someone with a brain as empty as yours, but I'll do my best to explain it to you. To sum it up, I really am just the president. As a president, it's my job to look after my employees. Sometimes to do that, I have to take on the role of cleaning.
What? I've never heard of a president that does something so weird. Why would you have to clean?
It seems you really don't get it, do you? Didn't you ever get a good look at the president of this company? That's the least you should know as an employee. I guess I'm expecting too much. After all, you were able to enter this company without knowing a single thing about it. I'm right, aren't I? I bet you didn't even open the webpage.
This is real, isn't it? I'm not being pranked on television right now. So, if everything you're saying is true, that means you're on this trip as the president, not as some cleaner.
That's right, you're catching on fast.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would you disguise yourself as one of the employees? Shouldn't you do things that presidents of companies actually do? Like ride in a limousine instead of a bus?
You should really look into the company president of the next company you apply for. You know nothing about me. If you did, you would know I don't like to be treated that way. This company trip is an opportunity for me to know my employees. I'm not going to intimidate them by coming in my limousine.
Are you for real? Wait, I don't believe this. I searched up the company and you're the first person on the homepage? The resemblance is uncanny.
I guess you wouldn't notice it on first glance. I'm wearing a lot of makeup and the lighting makes me look 10 years younger. But that is me, Miss Evans. Glad to make your acquaintance.
If that's the case, this whole time I've been talking to the company president? I'm a real idiot.
Yes, you are. I'm glad I didn't have to say it. I thought about telling you who I really was, but the way you spoke to a company president is probably the first thing to happen in history. I couldn't help but get a quick laugh out of it. With that, I'll be withdrawing your application from my company.
This is horrible. Everything was going so well up until now. I shouldn't have acted so cocky to you. Please forgive me. I'll do anything. Just please don't fire me. I was so proud to be working here.
Even if you intended to do whatever it takes, you can't actually do anything. I've talked to my employees about your behavior. It seems they were a bit susceptible to your charm. I'll have to create some new policies in regard to flirting in the workplace. Thank you for bringing it to my attention.
I know, but please! I didn't think I'd actually get fired! I promise to do a good job. I'll do my best.
Yes, I'm sure you will. By the way, we looked into the person that conducted your interview. It turns out that person was the husband to my secretary.
Huh? Don't blame me for that. I had no idea. I'm sorry. If I had known, I would not have done it at all.
Your apologies aren't going to fix their marriage. You have just destroyed a family that has been together for longer than you can imagine. Take some responsibility. You should be ashamed of what you've done.
I'm really sorry. I hate what I've done. I'll change after this. I promise.
Sorry, but what you have done is unforgivable. We don't allow people with your kind of personality in this company. Especially ones that look down on the cleaners. We have no use for your type. Go find a company that accepts incompetent, arrogant fools, stupid girl. Whispers about Kate Evans flew around the bus, and she was forced to get off at the next service station. Stacy couldn't believe that her husband was capable of something like this. Consequently, she invoiced him a large amount of consolation money. Both Kate and the man she'd been secretly dating were both fired. Following that, we have no news of either of them.